Asia and Europe, Turkey looks in two directions for support, trade and diplomacy. But that means it can find itself at odds with its neighbours and its allies. Turkey's policy is shaped by this man, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Ankara's most influential politician since the founding of the Turkish Republic in the 1920s. To his supporters, he's a hero who modernised the country, improved public services and remained loyal to his Islamic roots. To his detractors, he's presided over the collapse of the value of the lira, stifled media independence and ruled his country with an iron fist. And that's caused real problems for Brussels. Ankara had been engaged in accession talks for the EU. They've long since stalled. Turkey is a crucial buffer in preventing migrants reaching Europe. Turkey picked sides in the Syria war and the recent conflict in Nagorno-Karabakh. Ankara's stances have pitted NATO and the EU against the Kremlin. Relations with Greece remain difficult. The occupied northern part of Cyprus remains an unresolved issue. And oil exploration rights in the eastern Mediterranean have led to naval standoffs. The friendships of presidential sons-in-law have kept Turkey and the United States ideologically close. But a change in administrations is leaving Ankara without a door to the Oval Office. The result? Policy shifts. There have been attempts to stabilise the currency, attempts to resolve the international disputes, and even an acceptance of a Biden victory. Relationships with the EU remain strained, but both sides will be hoping for an imminent reset. Andrew Levents, Euronews.
I think that there is an attempt to appear that like Turkey is trying to change course, but the sincerity of that is doubted. It's doubted in Turkey and it's doubted abroad. Turkey's course was lifted economically by the idea that it would eventually join the EU, that it would become integrated with the EU. And as that possibility becomes more and more dim, that has really hurt the Turkish economy. And so, very recently, Erdogan announced this kind of set of reforms that are yet to be defined yet, political, economic, and democratic reforms. And this has given some people hope, but it has also spurred some skepticism.
The other relationship that's got slightly more challenging for President Erdogan is that of his with the White House. How will the changeover from President Trump to Joe Biden impact Erdogan and his aims?
Well, Trump managed to hold off two sets of U.S. sanctions that are about to be imposed on Turkey over its violation of Iran trade restrictions and its purchase of Russian weaponry. And that was brought about largely because of the personal relationship between Erdogan and the White House. That's coming to an end. Joseph Biden is an institutionalist. Not only that, he's on record as having opposed strongly some of Turkey's most recent moves. And Biden is also he's sort of a fan of the Kurds, which have clashed with Turkey in recent decades. And so that is going to create a bit more tension, and it's going to create a lot more challenges for Turkey to manage. On the other hand, if the U.S. pushes too hard, you could see Turkey entering even more deeply into the Russian camp.
Has Erdogan sort of run out of allies?
I think that's a good question. I think Germany's Angela Merkel remains not the staunchest of allies, but a friendly force in the diplomatic sphere of Turkey. But yes, it has managed to alienate very much so France. Your report mentioned a bunch of issues, but there is still this ongoing issue in North Africa with Turkey trying to expand its influence there at the expense of France and its allies in the Persian Gulf. And so that is also a cause of tension. And yeah, it doesn't have a lot of strong allies. It has a lot of wary partners on specific issues such as migration, such as Syria, and so on. Even its newfound friend in Russia, it's a sort of hands-off, distant relationship that could go sour at any moment.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Bozo Daragahi, international correspondent for the Independent newspaper.